It's on. Okay. My name is Blake Brewer, and I lived in India for the cultural exchange program where we were trying to learn about the differences between Indians and Americans and just how their culture is different than ours.
Okay, Blake, were there any physical differences in the way that people interacted with each other during conversation, like gesturing and things like that?
Yeah, there was a couple things. One thing that I remember really well is just when you're talking to an Indian and the way that they would move their head, you would ask them, you'd be explaining something to them, and while you're explaining to them, they're moving their head like this, and you're thinking that they disagree with you, but really they're just agreeing with everything that you say, and so it kind of messes you up in conversation, but as you get used to it, to their head nodding this way, you realize that they're just saying that they agree with you, and they're processing what you're thinking.
Okay, so is there any difference between the proximity, like when they're conversing with you as far as their distancing?
Yeah, one thing about Indians is Indian guys, they seem to have a little more physical touch and are a little closer to each other. You notice that guys would hold hands in India, and just as they were having a conversation, it wouldn't be a problem at all to put your arm around the guy or put your arm on a guy and have some physical touch just to show them that you care, I guess.
What was the interaction like between the males and the females in India versus interaction between males and females in the USA?
Well, in America, I mean, a guy can go talk to a girl, no big deal, but in India, I knew that was one of our rules, is that we couldn't just go talk to a girl. And the guys, unless they were already friends with them, you just didn't go talk to a girl. That was against their culture. So the guys, it was more just guys hanging out with guys, and girls would just hang out with girls.
Okay. Is there a difference in the conversation topics that the guys have? Is he only interacting with guys?
Well, surprisingly, one thing that I noticed is that these guys would talk about the same things that American guys would talk about. They were talking about school. These were college guys. They were talking about school and their grades and their homework and their parents, and then they would talk about girls a lot. But the difference is that these guys, I guess because of less interaction with girls and they didn't have girlfriends, they talked about girls the way an American junior high guy would. They would say a girl's name and they would all start giggling, or it was just pretty interesting to see how that they would talk about girls. It would be a big deal for one of them to go talk to a girl.
Okay, well, if you don't have anything else to add, thanks for your input.
I don't have anything else to add.
Okay.